Hello and welcome to what is the first video I've filmed and uploaded to this channel in a while now. In this video I'd just like to show off a shulker storage system that I come up with in the latest version of Minecraft 1.13 that I don't think is really possible in the previous versions due to the lack of the water, elevators and transport mechanics that have been introduced in the latest update. So I'd just like to show you guys what I've made, and if you have any feedback, make sure to leave that in the comments down below. The main feature I aimed to achieve with the sorting system was the ability to just dump all of your items into a single chest and have it sorted into the appropriate shulker boxes. And I wanted to make sure it still ran as fast as possible and didn't make it harder than just simply accessing your items from a chest. So as you can see, the sorting system has begun taking gunpowder out of the sort queue, and once it's finished with the first stack, instead of taking the next item, it will continue taking the gunpowder from the 5th slot until there's no more gunpowder left in the sort queue, and that's to make sure it doesn't search for the same item multiple times and speeds up the search. So once the sorting system's found the gunpowder, it will load all of the gunpowder into the shulker box before returning the shulker box. And if the shulker box has no more space, it will just look for any more shulker boxes in the sorting system with space and continue loading the rest into that shulker box. If there are no more shulker boxes remaining in the system that contain that item, the remaining items will be sent to the return chest beside the shulker output. This makes it really easy to tell when there's no space for an item in the system, because you can just look in that chest and see all the items that haven't been sorted. Here you can see that the gunpowder has been sorted into the shulker box, and the shulker box has been returned. By turning off this light, you can tell the system not to return the shulker boxes, which will just mean that all the items will be sorted into the shulker boxes and stored in the system to be retrieved later. Alright, so here we are with all the shulker boxes sorted. You can see that no items have been returned into this chest, but if any of the shulker boxes were full, there would be items in there. And yeah, so if we switch this light back on so that the shulker boxes are returned to us, we could throw in a diamond into the hoppers. The system would run through again through all the shulker boxes stored in here. And it would return the shulker box with the diamonds in it. I believe there's multiple, so it might take a second. It always goes through all the shulker boxes to find all the shulkers containing the item. And then in a second, it'll load up the shulker box and deposit it back here. There we are, there's all our diamonds. So we can take some stuff out of there, send it back away, and we're good to go. So there's plenty of storage, there's 2 double chests, then there's also 2 buffer double chests on top that prevent the shulkers from flowing back in while they're being sorted. So ultimately you have 2 double chests, but you can expand it more. It just takes a little bit of Moving around with the design, but 2 double chests of shulker boxes is plenty for me. I assume it would probably take a long time to fill all that up. As you can see, I've only filled up to this hopper. This arrangement of chests gives you enough space to store every item, 1 stack of every item in the game, which you can use to drop into these hoppers to search for items, and search for shulker boxes. And up the top here there's extra chests for storing any items that can't be sorted, anything that doesn't stack to 64, like enchanted books, tools, ender pearls, snowballs, and that sort of thing. The system has an automatic filter to prevent it from being broken, so it will prevent any items that don't stack to 64 from going into the system. So I could throw a snowball into here and it will automatically be sent back to this chest. Rejected. There we go. And you can do that with ender pearls, signs, any tools, enchanted books. So there's very little ways that you can break the system. Another special feature of this design is that if you access this dropper here and this dispenser and take out one of the shulker boxes, you can see that it contains a whole variety of items, and all of these items can be used to search for the same shulker box and can be stored in the same shulker box. So if I was to put more redstone in this shulker box, it would continue filling up these spaces, and if I was to put more hoppers in, it would automatically fill up these spaces. You don't have to fill every slot in the shulker box. So I can just pick this back up, put it back into the system, over here. And if I was to get a redstone torch, let's see what we're doing. The redstone shulker box will also be delivered to the output. So it's found the redstone shulker box and now it's just putting in the torch. And it will be returned any second. There we go, with 1 extra redstone torch. It can be sent back into the system. And yeah. Another nice feature of this sorting system is that to stop the sorting system, all you need to do is remove everything from the sort queue. It'll finish sorting the last stack of items and it will stop straight afterwards. I added a couple extra features to this design, like an enchanting station underneath my bed with a shulker box to store your enchanted books, and an ender chest and an anvil up here, and then also the Etho inspired piston door, just as a little hint towards the inspiration of this, taken from his Nexus design. So if you'd like to download this design, the download will be in the description below. I'll have a schematic for you to download, and that'll just be this this build here. And you can, I found that it's easiest to try and build it from the bottom up and just follow everything block by block. That's how I built it in the survival world. I'm not going to make a tutorial because look how complex this thing is. And the timings have to be exact for it to work, so be really careful with the timing of the repeaters and so on. I'm so excited to finally actually release this, the download for this sorting system, because it's been a long time in the making and a lot of the previous versions had a lot of small flaws that made it impossible to share for various reasons. But I'm really happy with how this last version has turned out. My main goal with this latest design was to try and make it so that the shulker boxes were available for quick access and could quickly be added into the system and removed. This is sort of vital for when you're playing on a survival world, because you never add in all the items to the system at one time, and so you can do it all at once when you first build the system, but it's a lot easier just to do it over time as you get the items. So that's really all there is to it. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to download if you're interested in exploring it and building it for yourself. Just make sure you take care, because it's quite complex and the timings have to be exact. But otherwise, I thought that a fitting way to end this video would just be to have a little bit of a montage of all the failed attempts, and all the previous versions of this build. Because there have been a lot, and it's taken a lot to get to this point. So enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.